Hello everyone. Today we will discuss our analysis of the cultural intelligence assessment and how it can help individuals and teams succeed in global business environments. Our presentation will cover 4 key areas: the assessment process, the 4 CQ dimensions, how our scores might affect our success as a team, and how we can use these insights to foster compassion, empathy, and global perspectives within our company. Let's get started.
Developing cultural intelligence is critical for navigating cross-cultural challenges and opportunities as a company operating in global hubs like Shanghai, London, Sao Paulo, and New York. Our Vice President's emphasis on building compassion and intercultural understanding is particularly timely given these expansions.
The CQ assessment is a tool designed to measure cultural intelligence. Our ability to function effectively in diverse cultural settings evaluates 4 dimensions: drive, knowledge, strategy, and action. These dimensions assess motivation, understanding of cultural differences, strategic planning, and behavioral adaptability, respectively.
For example, in the drive dimension, questions assess intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, which is particularly relevant for global teams working remotely, where motivation can waver due to cultural misunderstandings or communication barriers, whether you enjoy engaging with cultural diversity or value its benefits. However, biases such as self-assessment bias and social desirability bias can impact results. Imagine how participants might overestimate their CQ action due to confidence or underestimate their CQ strategy because they've had surface-level cultural interactions but haven't deeply reflected on these experiences due to limited cultural exposure. For instance, a team member from a location with less international interaction might score lower in CQ strategy due to fewer opportunities to apply strategic thinking in multicultural context. Understanding these potential biases allows us to interpret our scores critically to use the assessment as a starting point for growth.
The assessment's biggest strength is its actionable feedback, providing an elaborate report pinpointing areas where individuals can improve, but also has limitations such as focus on percentile ranking, which can oversimplify nuanced abilities. For example, a low percentile in CQ knowledge might discourage someone who simply needs exposure to diverse environments.
Now, let's dive into our team CQ scores. As a group, we bring a mix of strengths and opportunities for growth. For example, Andrew's strength in CQ action, particularly in adapting verbal and non-verbal communication, is a key asset for interacting with clients globally. Dallas excels in CQ knowledge with an exceptional understanding of cultural systems. These skills are critical for navigating complex legal, societal, and economic systems in multicultural settings.
However, we have some areas that need improvement. Ethan scored low in CQ action, particularly in adapting nonverbal behaviors, which can create challenges in building trust across cultures. Similarly, Taylor, while highly motivated in CQ drive, struggles with planning for multicultural interactions. These areas present opportunities for us to support each other's growth. For example, Taylor's strong motivation in CQ drive could help energize the team for international projects, especially in collaborating across time zones like New York or Sao Paulo. Or Ethan's challenges in CQ action might be addressed through role-playing exercises. Imagine a scenario where Ethan practices nonverbal cues specific to Japanese business culture, like bowing or using precise hand gestures. These rehearsals would help him build confidence in client-facing roles.
One dimension where we can collectively improve is CQ strategy. For example, Ethan and Taylor's low score in checking assumptions highlight the importance of actively reflecting on interactions and adapting based on feedback. This is especially important when working with New York-based teams where direct communication styles may contrast with indirect approaches in Shanghai. Let's take an example of this challenge. A team member in New York might misinterpret feedback from a colleague in Shanghai due to lack of clarity. By building our CQ strategy, we can learn to pause, reflect, and adapt to different communication styles worldwide. By leveraging strengths like Andrew's high planning scores, 83rd percentile, we can implement practical strategies to improve. For example, Andrew's skills could help create structured meeting agendas tailored to the teams in London and Shanghai, ensuring smooth communication despite cultural differences.
Ultimately, these insights help us understand not only where we can excel, but also where we can collaborate to address our challenges and grow as a team.
So how can these dimensions influence our success as a team in international business settings? Let's look at specific examples. My strength in adapting nonverbal behaviors conveys how I can build rapport with clients by mirroring gestures and expression appropriate to their cultural context. This could be especially effective in Shanghai, where understanding and respecting nonverbal cues is vital for building trust. For example, maintaining open gesture or using gestures that signify attentiveness can convey empathy, making clients feel valued and respected as individuals. On the other hand, Ethan's struggle with adapting verbal communication may require extra preparation, such as practicing culturally specific speech patterns.
We also anticipate challenges. For example, low scores in CQ strategy might mean our team initially struggles with planning for multicultural encounters. However, by creating detailed pre-meeting strategies that incorporate input from culturally diverse colleagues, we can overcome this limitation.
Additionally, leveraging our strengths will help us succeed. My ability to strategize and reflect on interactions can complement Taylor's high motivation to engage in multicultural settings. Together, we can foster a dynamic where planning meets enthusiasm. This combination is critical when preparing for high-profile projects like launching new services in London or Sao Paulo, where cultural sensitivity is key to success.
Further, critical for demonstrating compassion, but preparing thoroughly while staying motivated, we ensure every team member feels their needs are prioritized. Consider a scenario where Taylor's enthusiasm drives us to pitch a bold new idea to a client in London. Dallas's strength and strategy ensures the presentation would be culturally tailored, balancing creativity and professionalism while showing an understanding of the unique needs. This balance builds trust, an essential component of an empathetic client relationship.
In practice, we can plan to implement role-playing exercises where team members simulate multicultural scenarios. These exercises promote empathy by helping us understand the challenges others face, while also allowing Ethan and I to improve our adaptability. By learning from Andrew and Dallas's strengths in communication and planning, we can develop greater compassion in real-world interactions.
Now let's talk about how our team's CQ insights can contribute to the company's practices of compassion, empathy, and intercultural perspectives. First, understanding our own cultural intelligence enhances our ability to connect with others. For example, acknowledging biases like ethnocentrism allows us to see beyond cultural stereotypes and recognize the humanity in every individual.
To institutionalize compassion and empathy, our team can implement empathy mapping workshops where participants identify and articulate stakeholders' emotions, needs, and cultural contexts during critical business decisions. This practice encourages employees to actively step into others' perspectives, fostering a deeper understanding of their challenges and goals. For instance, before launching a product in a new market, teams can map out cultural expectations and adapt marketing strategies accordingly. This not only shows respect, but also creates stronger client relationships built on trust and empathy.
The success of such empathy-driven practices reinforces that systematic application of cultural intelligence leads to better business outcomes, such as increased customer satisfaction and stronger global partnerships.
Practicing cultural humility further deepens this connection. For instance, when engaging with colleagues from different backgrounds, we can listen to their lived experiences and adapt our approach to show respect and inclusion. This fosters a sense of belonging, which is key in diverse workplaces.
Another example is language inclusivity. By encouraging multilingual communication and being mindful of linguistic differences, we can make international teams feel more valued and respected.
Finally, incorporating these practices into our leadership strategies ensures long-term success. Leaders who prioritize compassion and empathy create environments where everyone feels supported, regardless of cultural background. This not only improves team morale, but also drives innovation and collaboration across all global locations.
In conclusion, the CQ assessment is not just a tool for self-reflection. It's a roadmap for personal and team growth. Deploying it across the company can enhance collaboration, empathy, and global awareness.
However, challenges like self-assessment bias and the potential stigma of low scores must be addressed carefully. By framing the CQ assessment as an opportunity for growth, We can encourage employees to embrace their results and focus on improvement.
Our team strongly believes that the CQ assessment can transform how we approach diversity. By fostering a culture of inclusivity and understanding, we can create meaningful connections both within our company and with our global clients.
With tailored strategies and empathy-driven leadership programs and culturally inclusive communication workshops, we can ensure that these values are embraced in our company's practices. For example, leveraging Taylor's high CQ drive to co-lead initiatives that celebrate cultural diversity can empower teams in all our locations, from London to Sao Paulo, to feel included and valued. These efforts will directly align with our company's mission to practice compassion and empathy, and foster intercultural and global perspective in every interaction.
Thank you so much for watching. We're thrilled to bring these insights to life and contribute to a workplace that celebrates diversity and fosters global collaboration. Thank you so much for watching, and we really hope that you enjoyed this quick tour of Ross. Thank you.